Hey, 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 family. Hey, I see y'all watching. I see y'all watching. Hey, say hello, say hello. I don't know. Do I look too dark? Do I look dark? I don't know. I don't know. If you can y'all hear me okay? I'm just going to jump right into this. Can I tell y'all, and I'm being like perfectly honest. Hold on a second, y'all. I got an issue over on this side. Okay, so we doing this. And we doing this. Let's fix it. Let's fix it, dear Henry. I gotta fix this thing. Okay, we are back. We are back. We are back. Okay, I'm gonna jump right into this. Hey, 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 hey. I see y'all. I see y'all. All I see is Facebook user. Give StreamYard permission to see your name. I am excited about tonight because I want to talk about some of the things that have been happening all around me and have been having me like I don't want to say literally in a bad place, but it's been disturbing my spirit a great deal. So I want to talk about it tonight. I want to talk about, some of the four characteristics of having, of what a good spouse looks like, because I know that a lot of times for both men and women, our pickers are broken, right? And that's not a good look. It's not a good thing. So I want to just really talk about that. If you have not done so already, please give StreamYard permission to see your name so that I can see who's writing the comments. Because as it stands right now, I can't see who's writing comments. For those of you who are watching me from my regular Kim Love Jones page, that's fine. That's perfect. That's good. Y'all see, I got a new dude. Y'all know me. I'll switch up on you in a minute. I might mess around here and have some braids, okay? May have something else different next time. Y'all don't play with me. Yes, but I want to talk about this thing because I think that it is like uber important to talk about what to look for in a spouse for both men and women. Generally, if I could be honest, um, a lot of brothers I'm finding, and this is what's so disturbing to my doggone spirit, got me on fire. So many of my brothers are disgruntled and they're kind of upset. And they are saying that women are too masculine, women are not operating in this, they're not doing that. It's the thing. And then I know that there are videos out there that are talking about how the women's, hey Rob Boogie, I see you. Um, how the women are out here in these streets and they are just thinking that men are supposed to do X, Y, and Z for them, and that's just supposed to be the way that it is. And women have not found themselves with the right man either. Their pickers are broke. And so I thought that tonight I would talk about the four characteristics of a great spouse. Like, what does that look like? What does it look like to have a great spouse? What are some of the things, the characteristics that we should look for? And it cannot be, oh, yeah, it's going to be good. I don't know who that is. It is, all I see is Facebook user. Um, it cannot be about money, y'all. And I know I'm about to disappoint a whole bunch of women. I'm about to upset y'all whole apple cart when I say that, but it cannot be about money. It cannot be relationships. First of all, let me say this, but money is a poor reason to be together or apart. If a person has money or they don't have money is a poor reason to be together or apart, whether that's the male or the female, right? And I think women have, like, this thing has exploded. Like, you can't even take a woman to the Cheesecake Factory and it be all right. You know what I mean? It's just going crazy. Like, oh, you got to spend, bands on me. Like, really? Are you serious? Like, no. Right. And no shade to nobody. No shade to nobody. But if I could just be perfectly honest, if you really want to if you really want to see the heart of a man, you don't have to give him any instruction. You don't have to tell him what to do. You don't have to have an attitude that you need somebody. If somebody's going to be in your life, then they have to give you this, that, and the third. In fact, it makes your ability to see the real heart of a man by not requesting anything and not expecting him to do, help you out financially. There's a post in my group, or there was, it's probably still in there somewhere, where the woman was expecting the man to give her money, right? And I was like, when are women gonna really like get this thing that that is not the most important thing in the world? I don't know. Money does not keep you warm at night, honey. And and I'm being honest. Let me cut my phone down right now, y'all, because I play too much. I'll be sitting up here. Wait a minute. I don't even know how to work my cellular phone. My cellular phone. I don't even know how to work my cellular phone. That's what my mother used to say. God bless her soul. And I know that he is. Um, so when I think about this, when I think about what's going on out here, and how men are disgruntled and they're angry because they think that women's expectations, right? And that in a real way, women should lower their expectations. And I'm like, well, what expectations are you talking about? Right. And I'm just going to lay it all out for y'all right now. And I'm being honest. And I want, first, let me say this. Thank you, Thought Provoking Thursday tonight. I do not have a special guest. It is me, live and in color. And I appreciate y'all for being here. I really, truly do. Um, but women have this I'm sorry. The expectations of a woman when you are dealing with low hanging fruit are different than when you are dealing with women who are of a certain caliber, based on how they treat themselves, um, based on how they carry themselves, right? Low hanging fruit will always demand from you what they do not possess for themselves. But a woman who shows up and she's confident in who she is, and she's clear about her purpose, and she's clear about what it is that she wants in her life, will not ever demand a man give her anything. And that's the truth. You will see the heart of a man when you don't ask him for anything. I think most women just want a man's time and attention and his consistency. They want him to show up. They want to see his character and his integrity. And if you start trying to put money into the game, a man will throw money at you. But if that's all he got, that's all you're going to have. And a man can have plenty of money, and I'm being honest, and still not give you time and attention, and still not have real intimacy with you. And so that's the importance, if I can keep it real, if I could be honest, that that's not everything. That's the real reason why we can say it's not everything. Now, if you are a go-getter type of a woman, and I'm not just talking to my women tonight, I'm just starting here. If you are the go-getter type of woman and you are earning your bag and you're doing your thing and you own your home and you got, your life together and you doing your doggone thing, whatever that may be for you, that's great. You're not even going to be like, oh, well, you got to buy me a LV bag. Like, nobody's going to do that, right? Because you can afford to buy your own LV bag. But money, once again, is a poor reason to be together or apart. So if you find yourself feeling like, I just want to be in a relationship with a man that's going to take care of me, that's going to do this for me, he going to do that for me, you're already out of bounds. You're already out of bounds. Any relationship that you get into should be a relationship where you feel like you want to serve. And that's for men and women. If you meet somebody and that person, and this is how you could tell what the good characteristics versus the bad. If you meet someone and that person comes in the door asking you what you can do for them, they're already out of bounds, and chances are they're not the one for you. And I'm trying to tell you honestly, like people come in and like, oh, so do you know how to cook? Oh, so do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that? No, you don't. I don't have to. I'm not coming in looking to see what I can get from you. If you want a relationship, let's be clear. If you want a relationship where you can give to the person that you are in a relationship, that you want to be in a relationship with, now you're talking about something. Now you're talking about something. So now that I've said all of that, let's get to it. Let's get to why I got on here. If you find yourself in a relationship with somebody, and I don't know what people's spiritual beliefs are, right? But if you find yourself in a relationship with somebody and that person can't pray for you, they can't pray for you. They don't know how to pray for you. They don't know how to help you through your storm or just pray for you regularly. If they're not in that vein, the chances are, and I'm not saying they're a bad person if they don't know how to do it. Like, you don't have to have public displays, but they want to cover you, both men and women, right? Because if they're not looking to cover you in prayer, if they are not looking to speak to the king or the queen in you, that's a problem. So that's the number one thing. When I say service, that's what service looks like. I'm gonna make sure that before you leave out the door, like even if we're just dating, I wanna make sure that you get home safely. When you leave the restaurant, I'm covering you in prayer. That's something that is one of the most genuine, real things that anybody can give to you. That is a gift, right? A lot of men say, oh, these women out here, they ain't wives. And a lot of women, like, oh, these men out here, they ain't husbands, da 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 da. Leave them alone. Find the husband or the wife that is already operating in that capacity. You're not making them that, they already showing up as that. So when I talk about prayer, somebody that's going to cover you in prayer is the person that you need in your life. Now, everybody doesn't believe in God. There are some people, I promise you, listen to me, they ain't nowhere near that. I don't know how they going to help you, though. Because that's in my house, that's how I live. That's how I've lived my entire life. So when I think about that, I know that that is a requirement. And if you want a great spouse, if you want somebody who won't go to God on your behalf, who's going to say, you know what, I know you having a rough day, but I'm going to pray for you. And even if they don't pray for you in that moment before they lay their head down at night, they are going to pray for you because you are important to them. Those are things that you look for in a potential spouse. Someone that is going to do that for you without ceasing. And I know that that's, everybody's not religious. I get you. I hear you. Right? Everybody doesn't believe what I believe. But somebody who's going to go before God's throne of grace on your behalf. Because there's people who believe in God but don't believe in Jesus. Right? There's all types of people out here. But you have to be equally yoked. And you have to know. And I'm just being honest. Blessings, I see everyone. I don't know who that is. Buy the bag doesn't mean you can't afford it. Okay, I don't know what that means, Rod. You have to explain that to me because I don't know what that means. It says because you can buy the bag doesn't mean. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Right. That's one of the things that you want to look for in a potential spouse. And I'm just being honest, right? Somebody that's going to keep you lifted up. Oh, hey, Donna, give StreamYard permission to see your name. Somebody that's going to take you to the Lord in prayer. That's the first one. The second one is you want somebody who knows how to control themselves and their temper. Somebody that can have a conversation with you without flying off the handle. Someone that can speak life to you when you're going through a rough time. Someone who says to you, you know what, like, you matter, and mean it. They sit and they take the time to talk to you and they care about how you feel. That's a great characteristics of a husband or a wife. Do you know how many men don't listen to women or women listen to men? They don't. They hear you talking but they feel like you ain't saying nothing because it doesn't matter to them. And a lot of times we get into these different relationships, right? Even sometimes friendships where friends don't listen to what you're saying. They half listen and then try to tell you something like they're not listening. They want to get their point across. They want to be heard. And that's okay too. But the truth is, when you're looking for a good characteristics in a spouse, your spouse cares about how you feel. The person that you want to get with is the person who cares about you and how you feel. And to be honest with you, there are a lot of people that are in relationships and the only thing they have in common is the bedroom. And that's the truth. They be like, yeah, but they, oh, they can do this, that. They turn me on my head and cartwheels and flips and all that other stuff. Listen to me, real talk. That is absolutely not the person that you want to be with. The things that you want to look for is, can you be intimate for real, like true intimacy, like conversations, closeness? Are you building it? Right? Is a person able to talk to you even during the tough times? Right? Things happen in your life, things break out in your life. Are they able to have conversations with you about that? Are they going to pray you through? Or are they going to walk away from you when you're in tears? For the sisters, do they care enough about you to sit with you in your time of need? If you did cry, would they walk away? Or would they just sit and be still? Would they ask you what's wrong? Do they care about you? And for men, when you get really quiet because something is troubling you, because most men won't cry, and you all know why, but real talk. If that is what is going on out here, can you trust her with your deepest, intimate, most intimate thoughts? And if you can't, why not? That's not the person for you. You need somebody in your life you can talk to. And that's for not just myself, that's not just for you, it's for everybody. Everybody needs somebody that they can talk to. For the ladies, leadership, and I know we struggle with this word of submission. So we struggle with submission. All of us do. I mean, I did at a point. I don't anymore. Right? If there is somebody that is telling you, giving you direction, and sharing with you a vision, that's probably the person for me, for you. What's that mean? That's probably the person for you. A person who has a goal in mind for you. They're not just dating you. They're not just dating you until something better comes along. They're not just stringing you along. No. They know most men, and I'm not saying all, but let's say 50% of the men. When they meet the woman that they like love, they making plans for her. Just everybody's not rushing into marriage. It depends on each person's situation. But I would question if a man was married too many times, I would question that too. To be honest. But he's making plans for you. All little girls want to get married. I want to get married. I want to get married. We raised like that. Right? Don't just be somebody's girlfriend for the rest of your life. But we got to really, truly understand what it is to be a wife. Right? And that's supporting your husband, supporting your man through whatever it is that he's doing. Right? But when I say this, when a man meets the woman that he really, truly wants to be with, you know what he's going to do, right? It's not going to take him long. It's not going to take him long to figure out that you're it. You don't have to wait 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years for a man to say, I love you and I want to marry you when you're it for him. Everything else is basically like I'm out here waiting until the next perfect person until I meet somebody else because you're not it. So it's almost like you're being strung along if you believe that it takes him that long to make a decision about you. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I'm not saying that people are not going through things. I don't want to say that because that'll sound like, oh, Kim, you act like ain't nobody ever going through nothing. Listen to me. If you're it for him, he gonna let you know. He gonna let you know the direction that the two of you are going in. But if that works for them, I don't know who's writing that. I don't know who's writing. All I see is Facebook users. Facebook user, yeah. So here's my thing, and I'm just being honest. If you want somebody great in your life, there are some things that you are going to have to look for in order to know whether or not that person is good for you. If you're dating, then date. I swear women do not know how to date. They don't. I think we just get with one guy, we meet one guy and then we go, oh my God, he gotta be it. No, you don't. You don't have to be it. You could talk to him for a week, you'll find out. Right? You'll see what direction he's going. You'll see if you even like him. We've got to learn how to date. Even if you date one person at a time, which is fine, you got to learn how to date. Right? And you got to pay attention to what's going on. But the other thing that you really truly need to look for is that person going to stand with you when you're going through? Are they going to be are they going to be there for you in ways that don't require money? Because if you think money is the be all end all, you're wrong. And I've said that already, so I do not need to say it again. You have to also see what people's attachment styles are to see if they would make a good spouse to you. Because when you think about the way, because some people come off as being needy, and that may not work for you. For other people, it may work. So you need to pay attention to the attachment styles that you need in your life. I'm just going to talk about myself for a minute. I'm very quiet and laid back. I don't need a lot of company. So at first and until, something major happens, I'm okay and quite content with, kind of chilling by myself the majority of the time. But if you get with a person who needs more than that, you got to know that, because you got to know who you are and you got to know what you want and what you need for your life. But if that person has this attachment to you and they really care about you and they want to be with you, don't mess up and say, oh my God, they seem too needy, because you don't really know what that's all about. Give it some time, see what it's all about, see, where you want to go with this and how you want to do it, right? Ross says they don't know how to date. Wait a minute. Hold on. They don't know how to date. They think dating is take me out. Can you pay my bills? Okay, you had to curse, right? Right. Okay. I know, Ra. And here's the truth. I already know, like, that's not it, right? And any woman of some substance, can I just be honest with you? When I see all of the disgruntled men in my group, I wonder if they realize, first of all, the value of a woman, right? Since you want to go down that street, let's go down that street. I wonder if a lot of the men know the value of a woman, for real. Like what really, truly a woman brings to the table. A good woman, not your average, right? And then the second thing is she cute in the face and slim in the waist? Is that the reason why you're picking her? I had a whole conversation with one of my friends about women, right? I'm only answering this question, Rob, because I think that it's necessary. I literally Keyword substance. Absolutely. Absolutely. Substance. Now, I had a conversation with a guy friend of mine, and he was saying to me, well, these women, they're the ones that's wrong. Like, okay, so the conversation was about if a man tells a woman, and I need to give y'all a backstory so you'll understand where I'm at. If a man tells a woman, I'm not interested in a relationship, and then the woman pursues the one I'm sorry, the man pursues the woman and she does sleep with him and get into a situationship with him, is the man then is the woman wrong or is the man wrong? And I think that's how the conversation pretty much went. And I was like, well, in my head anyway, the conversation, both of them are, right? Her for not sticking to her guns and him for pursuing her. And his argument in the debate was, no, it's her fault. And I said, really? And you don't bear any responsibility then? No, it's her fault. I don't understand how you could say, I don't understand how you could say that. And I said, no, it's your fault too. And honestly, it's the man's fault as well because you knew what she wanted just like she knew what you wanted. So why didn't you respect her boundaries? And then his response was, why didn't she respect her boundaries? And I concur. But only men that are looking to really get over think that way. Because there are plenty of women that are out here who don't care if you don't want anything with them. You understand? They don't care at all, right? And because they don't care at all, they'll sleep with you and you don't have to tell them anything. But if you're going to pursue her as if you want to be in relationship and you told her you did not, you, sir, are not a righteous man. And sure enough, it came up in a reel. Somebody posted a reel about the very same thing that we were talking about, and it was funny. Because men are always blaming women for stuff, but then when you meet a woman and you keep dating women that want you to pay their bills, and you keep going out with them, and you know that they are not, on par, or if you leave that one and then you go out with another one, and the next one says that to you, like, I want you to pay my bills, I want you to do this, because she cute in the face and slim in the waist, and you keep going after them, then what does that say about your picker being broke? There, like y'all say, y'all brothers say it all the time. Y'all say, oh, well, she shouldn't have chose that. She shouldn't have chose him. She shouldn't have chose him. But why y'all keep choosing women that only want to take you out and get your money and take them out to dinner or make you pay their bills or want you to pay their bills? What's up with that? So you don't date them. You don't date them, right? But you, for some reason, you're attracted to them. What does that say? What does that say? So in that particular instance, if you are attracting or going up to women and the only thing they have to tell you is, can you pay my bills? What does that say about you? Because your energy attracts, like you are attracted to them women. You want them women. And you go up to them and you have a few conversations and you exchange phone numbers and you find out that that's really all they want from you. What's the problem, sir? So you may not go out with them, but you keep picking them because the average woman, um, y'all are blaming her because you pursued her and you slept with her and you continued to sleep, to do whatever you want to do and say, oh, don't talk to me. I told you. So, because you've absolved yourself of any responsibility towards her feelings or caring for her or anything. And then y'all talk so bad about women, but y'all violated what even you said. You said, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to do you. That's it. But you think that makes you a righteous man, and y'all be thinking that makes it okay, and it's not okay. Because you knew what she wanted to. And yeah, she dishonored herself. But you did too. Well, that's on her. That's her fault. That's her fault. Because we're always trying to blame somebody, right? And I think that's the trifling behavior that I'm like over and I'm like really, really tired of. Because what we're looking for, what we want to do is we want to get healed, right? We want to be better. Every day I get up, and part of my prayer when I pray is, God, make me a better version of myself. Like, because I know I don't have it all together. But it's the blame game every day, all day. Like, well, she did this and I did that and did it. Stop. Who are you? How are you showing up to serve in the world? That speaks more to your character and who you are and, what you truly desire for your life. I'm not saying you got it all together. Nobody does. But a lot of times, it's the blame game. And what we should be doing is trying to learn from each other and love each other. You know what I mean? Because it gets tired. It's old, especially at this old age. It's tired. Those are tricks are for kids. Tricks are for kids. And I think, like for women, looking for a man with good character. And I know men are looking for the same things, but your energy can be off, and you're attracting, or you're attracted to women who don't have substance. And when she says, well, can you pay my bills and pay for my babysitter? And could you give me an extra plate of food because I don't have food in my house and stuff like that? And you on your first or your second date, it's like, wow, nah, I can't fool with her. She whack. But that's the one you went after. So I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear. No, I'm not saying, Ross, you saying stop it, Kim. I'm not saying that she's not wrong. I'm just saying you ain't righteous. What moral fiber are you standing on when you know all you want to do is boink somebody and you know that they don't want what you want? So you want, so you standing on that. I'm 10 toes down and she was wrong. But you forgot about the fact that you continue to pursue her when you knew that she wanted something more. I got a whole conversation with one of my friends about that. He's like, no, but she wrong. Was she wrong? Still pointing the finger. Sound like Donald Trump. No, it's fake news. It's her fault. It's their fault. Meanwhile, like, how does that work? Y'all pray for me. How does that work? Are you so righteous of a brother? Because it's her fault? Y'all better, And I'm not saying that she ain't wrong. Because she saw you. You told her who you was. And she kept on. And she let you call her phone. And she let you come over her house. And she went out to dinner with you. And she continued to text you back. And you continued to call her. And you're saying, no, but nah, I'm good. I'm good. Because you're just waiting for the next thing. You waiting for the next chick. She ain't it. And some women really don't understand. Like, if he said he don't want you, he don't want you. Like, he already told you he didn't want you. Because if he wanted you, he wasn't going to risk losing you. And some women just don't understand that. Some women don't. They don't get it. And I'm being like so honest. Because and I think primarily the reason why I think it's frustrating to me is because it's the blame game. Because if we can just keep it real, if we could just keep it real, like Wayne, I'm gonna come back to your comments because I see them popping in, but I was cleaning my glasses. Um, if I can be honest and I could keep it real, the real frustration in all of this is the fact that if you know you do not, hey, brother Allen, I see you, baby. If you know that you don't want nothing and you just want a hole to crawl up in, just there's plenty of women out there that just want to be whole, honestly. But they're gonna ask you to pay their bills. That's what they're gonna do. Hey, Telly Tell, I see you, my sister. I love you, sis. But they're gonna ask you to pay their bills. There's not gonna be any requirement, but they're gonna be like, "Oh, I need some money for my light bill. I need. Can you buy my kids something? Can I get that LV bag?" Right? I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I mean, I'm not, trying to bust anybody in their head to the white meat, but I am being like I am saying what it is, and the reason why is because y'all got the game messed up. Y'all see quality women all around y'all, just like women see quality men. But it seems like a lot of the brothers don't want to do the work. And I'm not saying y'all in particular. And I'm talking about the work outside of the bedroom, trying to get her to the bed. I'm talking about true intimacy. I'm talking about loving her. I'm talking about really, truly caring about her. I'm talking about, like making sure that she good. And I ain't even talking about financially. Checking on her to see how her day was. Right? Because when you meet good women, that's too much work. I had another gentleman say to me, "Oh, women's standards is too high." I was like, "Well, okay." Because like, what does that mean exactly? I'm trying to understand. What does it mean that a woman's standards are too high? What does that mean? And specifically for each individual person. Because it's not the same for everybody, right? It's not the same for everybody because every woman is not the same. Women need to lower their standards. They've gotten ridiculous out here. So it's like, okay, so we're not going to have this deep conversation because I can't do it. If you truly want to be loved, put your hands up if you truly want to be loved. Well, I don't know anybody who doesn't. Okay, I'm going to go back to the comments because, okay, I don't know. Okay, they don't know how to date. Okay, I'll put that one. Joanna says, everybody is not like that. I wish people would stop generalizing all women. The bad stigma seems to be mostly with the younger generation of women. That's true, Joanna. I concur. I concur. Men usually like younger women, though. They don't want the women that's necessarily like in their age range. And I'm not trying to be funny. Men have always gone for the younger women. Usually. Not all the time, but usually. Right? Um, Benny Ha says it's her fault. She wanted the D and he provided what she wanted. Okay. Definitely not true. I don't know what you're saying that to because that was a comment I made a minute ago. Um, young and old do it. Well, perhaps Ra. Perhaps like I can't speak like of nothing is a generalization, right? Because every person is different, right? Every person is different, right? Every man is not the same. That's why I can't stand for women to be saying that men ain't this and men ain't that. Like, who are you talking about? You talking about the ones you dealt with, right? And that's why it equally bothers me when men say that about women when they generalize, right? There are men out here who have good character. There are men out here who have integrity and who want to do the right things. There are good men out here that will pray for you and make sure that you are good mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. right? Just like there are women out here who will do the same. I have so many amazing and beautiful single sisters in my life that I talk to that maybe they rough around the edges and they need some tweaking, perhaps, right? But I know men out here that are just as cool and they need tweaking. The funny thing is that you don't really get the real, like, full Monty of tweaking until you're actually in a relationship. So it's like the people on the sidelines is making all of this noise about what somebody is or what somebody is not, right? And they ain't even in the game. Like, be in the game, like, commit your life to someone. For real, both men and women, without running scared every time there's some conflict. Let's be honest about that. Because that's what I find happens all the time. People are all upset and panties all in a bunch, both men and women, totally upset. But you ain't in the game. And you don't want to get in the game because you don't want to love anybody enough. You don't want to take the time enough, you know what I mean? To kind of get in there and do that thing and talk about what needs to be talked about. It requires 10 toes down, y'all. It requires 10 toes down. Okay. That's why Wayne, I don't know what this is. I'm posting it on the thing. I don't know what you're trying to say. Oh, that's why patience is important? Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Not trying to rush anything. Absolutely not. Nobody needs to rush anything. That's when maturity and self-respect comes into play. Okay. 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 Put your hands up if you truly want to be loved. Here we go, Rob Boogie. Over here. Okay. Joanna says, exactly. That's what I meant. Don't like the generalization that is flooding social media. So over it. Me as well, Joanna. Me as well. When I tell you that Sister Girl has had it, okay. Because it's like everybody keeps trying to put everybody into this, into that hamster wheel. Like, no, every woman don't belong on the hamster wheel, nor does every man. Right? Wait, it was a question. Why do you feel like men that don't want women their age? Why do you feel? Okay, Wayne, generally, and I'm not saying this as a whole, right? Some men don't want women their age. They want younger women. I don't get what your comment is asking, what you're asking exactly. Okay, there's beautiful women out there that aren't hardened by their life experiences with men. Femininity still exists and men don't have. I absolutely agree. I agree with you, Benya. You do not like there are some amazing men out here. I know there are. I talk to a lot of dope brothers, right? And I meet them everywhere, social media, everywhere. I see this. I can actually see what some people write to kind of get an idea, even though social media is not a totality of who a person is. I can kind of see how they show up in the world and whether or not they're conscious brothers. What are they talking about most of the time? Are they talking about things that can help everybody, or are they talking about things? Are they disgruntled? Are they angry? Like the guy I was talking about, I cannot find my little I can't find my little thing for my eyeglasses. And it got me a little, I'm gonna have to put on my other glasses. This is ridiculous. I don't want to put on my other glasses. I don't like wearing them. They strong. They much stronger than these. I don't have them in here. but it's driving me crazy. So there's this guy, right, who was saying to me, I'm telling y'all right now, women gotta lower their standards. On what planet? On what planet? On what planet do women have to lower their standards? I'm being honest. Why like we love y'all, we need y'all, we want y'all to be in our lives, but we can't make y'all love us, right? That's the problem, right? And knowing what love is, it is a whole different can of paint. Like I cannot express this to y'all enough. We need y'all. We want y'all to be a part of our lives, but we also need y'all to love us, right? So when a brother tells me that a woman's standards are too high, I'm like, in what way? I need to understand. And because this is such an individual thing, right? Because while you can probably show me 5 women whose standards are through the roof and pointed at the wrong things, I can show you 25 women whose standards are not. So we look at the squeaky wheels that are getting all of the attention and coming to the summary that all women standards are too high. What's too high? Somebody tell me what high standards are in a woman. Because honestly, like, how does that? I don't even understand. And I know when you start talking about, oh, the man got to make 6 figures. I get, because that's what I've been hearing. Oh, we can't take me to the Cheesecake Factory. Y'all know that that's foolishness, right? Y'all know that that's foolishness. Men know it and women know it. So when you say, oh, women's standards are too high, are her standards too high? Are you not willing to love her and make sure that you're the leader that she needs? Because I'm curious. Because is it really the standards? Right? Or is it the expectations? Like, what is it? Hello, me too, girl. You know, tell I would be up in a good cheesecake. Don't make me go to Cheesecake Factory. Tell you know my situation. Don't talk about it. Tell. Okay, because I need my little Buffalo Blast. Girl, y'all play too much. Y'all play way too much. But you understand? When you say a woman's standard is too high, what does that mean? No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna post your comment, Beniha. Planet Earth and over the age of 40, check those standards because it's you that's blocking your own blessing. Okay. I don't on the planet Earth and over the age of 40. What's wrong with being over the age of 40? What does that mean? I don't understand. What does that have to do with anything? What does age have to do with anything? Talk to me, Benny, because you type it. I need to know. I'm trying to understand. He has to be 6 feet when he can't control how tall he'll be. That's not so tall. Men now want to fight us tall, but you know what? Ain't nobody playing with you. Listen, what I usually tell women is he's going to come in a package that you probably don't even, you probably wouldn't normally be even attracted to. Because women do have that list, and I already said that. I'm like, throw out your list because it's ridiculous, right? The list of the 6 feet, 100, 6 figures, and all the sixes, right? They ain't nothing but trouble, okay? They ain't nothing but trouble, right? Like, throw away your list. Throw away your list of that foolishness, right? Some people be like, oh, he got to have a house. Do you own a house? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be hard on my sisters because technically you need to have a place for her to live if you're going to be in relationship with her, right? So having and owning your own home or your condo or whatever you want to call it, townhome, whatever, that's good. and you might start out in an apartment. There's no harm, no foul. But to require him to have something that you yourself don't have and think that that's an automatic is a problem. Right? But I'm trying to so can we talk about the standards? Can somebody post to me something other than 100 6 figures, right? Other than making 6 figures and being 6 foot tall, right? What are the why do y'all feel like the expectations of a woman is too much? I'm waiting. And I need to order me some Buffalo Blast though. You play too much. Girl, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm out of control. But no, seriously, what makes a woman's expectations like over the top? In fact, I was like, okay, and he couldn't tell me. He said, "Oh, there's all these videos online." I was like, "No, because I kind of need you to tell me what's the problem? What the problem is. Tell me what the problem is from you." And I was like, "Because if you're not going to tell me, then there's no point in us talking about it, right? Because I need you to be real about what you think is because what that has to do with is men picking who they pick to go after, and then feeling disgruntled, because she then turned around and said, "Can you pay my bills?" In my entire life, I promise y'all, I have never asked a man to do anything remotely close to that. I've never asked a man to pay any of my bills. I never asked a man to buy me anything. I never asked a man to take me nowhere. Never. Mm-mm. Never. And so every time I see that argument, as an argument, right? I'm like, if I exist, that flies in the face of what you're saying. And I exist. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm live and I'm in color. And the fact that I am here, the fact that I exist, I'm here, flies in the face of that argument. Because not all women do that. Okay, so now I think me and Benny High about to have a fight, but let's see. When over the age of 40, for many women, the options, I guess, for finding a quality mate is slim pickings. I think it's that way for men. I think it's that way for men too. I think that's why y'all mad. I think that's why a lot of men are mad. And they spewing venom everywhere because y'all not finding what y'all want either out here. And y'all throwing everybody under the bus as if everybody belongs in that arena, and they don't. And they don't. That doesn't mean I don't have a standard because I don't ask men to do other things. But everybody doesn't have access to me either. I'm trying to make sure that whatever decisions I make, they're sound. Right? Because that's what we want to do. We want to make sound decisions because we're not young anymore. But hey, Ronnie Martin, I see you, baby. How are you? How are you? I don't necessarily know that I'm a rare breed. There are other women out here that are just like me. It's just like I think that they think though that you're gonna break into their house and ask them because they normally not outside. To be honest, they not outside in them streets, and that's the truth. A lot of women are not outside like that. Like I'm not outside like that. And I actually talk to a lot of people because I talk to a lot of people. Like I have a lot of friends. I talk, like I'm cool with a lot of people, but I'm not outside in the street. You can count on, other than on the mall, you can count on one hand when you see me out anywhere in like the last 8 years. And that's crazy. I mean, no, maybe, okay, one hand. One hand if you see me at Spices and Grove restaurant and on a nautical mile. So I think women are some kind of way like at home, and the reason why they're not in relationships because they think the UPS man is gonna like break into their house and ask them to marry them or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it doesn't work like that. Okay. Nah, what did you say? Oh, wait. Okay, nah, I was out at a Delta event and to listen to those ladies complain about finding a good man. They that wants to deal with a woman over 40 got kids at home and don't want any more kids. Oh, okay. So you want to have more kids then? Is that what you're saying, Benny? Huh? So that's why you go. No, I don't want to make any assumptions. I'm leading the conversation. I'm not doing that. Wait, Brother Allen says you're not outside in the streets, but your social platform is strong. Well, that might be true too, but that still don't mean people have access to me, right? Just as you see me on Facebook, like oh shoot, tell that part not outside. No, because I'm not outside. Like if I'm in the house, like I'm a homebody all day, every day. You can rarely catch me outside unless I got business to take care of. Like I don't even want to go outside. I'm quite content in my house. Hi, Sister Martha. I see you. I love you. Laugh out loud. Stop telling my business. Yeah. Yeah, because it's true. Like women of a certain caliber, they're not out in these streets like that. They're not. Right? So the assumption is so the squeaky wheel gets the noise. That's what really happens, right? Because you see all of these women out here and they at the clubs and they out and they turning up, they doing all this. I did it too. I just did it when I was so much younger that by the time I got in my 30s, I was done. I was done. I was done, all the way done. Like I was like, if I ain't going into Manhattan to go to a nice restaurant or something on the weekend, I'm not going. Like, I'm not going to be around town. Like, you won't see me and you won't see pictures of me pasted on Facebook about what I did either. When I go to museums or I do all it, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to see that because I don't want you to see that. Right? And it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. It's just the way that I posture myself. Everybody don't need to know everything that you're doing all day long and every day. Right? So my point is that there are women who are not like the women that you guys are talking about, right? There are women who are at home and quite content with keeping their house clean and working and keeping things in order and doing amazing things, like building whole corporations and stuff, like writing books and starting companies and you don't see them, and then it's almost like, oh, y'all standards is too high. Women's standards too high. No, they're not. But you have to love her enough. You have to care about a woman enough. And I'm talking to my brothers because y'all writing all that. Hey, Nashi, I see you, baby. How are you? Yeah. So, what was I going to say? So, like, there are women that are out here doing amazing and wonderful things, right? They just not outside like that. And so y'all think because people are making all of this noise over here, they're getting all of the attention. You're overlooking all of these amazing and wonderful women who out here, they might have on their sweats, they might be in the mall, they nicely dressed, but they ain't over the top. They not yelling, they not on their phone. You walk right by them. Just like women walk right by men who are really great catches, right? They don't look at them. They don't pay them any attention. They don't give them that look. Tell. Remember that look? Is it just me or Kim freezing, but you can still hear me? Still here? Am I freezing? Am I? Am I freezing, y'all? Somebody say something. Hello. Am I freezing? I'm freezing. Oh my God, I gotta get them to fix my Wi-Fi. I didn't realize I was freezing, y'all. Can y'all see me now? Am I moving my hands? Let me look at myself on Facebook. This don't make no sense. Hold on, I gotta look at myself on Facebook. This is crazy, y'all. Okay, you know what it is? I think I got open too much. I gotta close all of this stuff. I be doing the most, y'all. Y'all tell me if I'm still if I'm freezing. I have open like 250 things. How about now? Am I still? Because I just closed everything down. How am I doing? Okay. Oh, this is horrible. Have I? Can y'all? I'm still the same. You have two lives going. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm coming back. I'm coming back, y'all. I'm gonna end the stream. Oh my god. Can y'all see me? I mean, can you hear me? Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna come right back.